We all know Reanimator decks bring things back from the grave. But what if your commander built the graveyard for you? That's what old Stickfingers does best, and he never digs up just one body. Hey everyone, I'm Philharmonicon, and welcome back to the channel. The spooky season continues, and today we're diving headfirst into the graveyard with a Golgari Commander who loves throwing creatures in the dirt, and getting rewarded for it. A Reanimator style commander with a twist. He mills you when you cast him, so we're not just unearthing the dead, we're the ones burying them. Old Stickfingers is an XX horror for X, 1 black and 1 green mana, and they come with 2 abilities. 1. When you cast Old Stickfingers, reveal cards from the top of your library until you reveal X creature cards. Put all of them into your graveyard. Everything else goes to the bottom of your library in a random order. And 2. Old Stickfingers' power and toughness are equal to the number of creature cards in your graveyard. This means 2 things. First, every time you cast Stickfingers, your graveyard gets a fresh batch of bodies. Second, the more full your graveyard is, the bigger Stickfingers becomes. And trust me, he gets big. This isn't just a Reanimator deck, it's a synergy machine built around creatures entering the graveyard from your library. And we're going to turn that pile of corpses into value, threats, and wins. To get there, this deck focuses on 3 key things. 1. Mill. We want to get as many creatures as possible into our graveyard. 2. Recursion. Once they're in, we bring the best ones back to the battlefield. And 3. Graveyard matters. We win by turning our graveyard into size, pressure, or board presence. Old Stickfingers sets this up just by being cast. So we're building around his mill and maximizing how we benefit from a creature-heavy graveyard. Let's start with creatures that, like Stickfingers, love a full graveyard. Splinterfrike grows with your grave and mills every turn. Perfect. Jared, Golgari Lichlord, gets massive and can drain each opponent by tossing a creature. Golgari Grave Troll scales up fast and dredges more fuel into your grave. Lord of Extinction checks everyone's graveyard for size. This thing is often lethal on its own. White of the Reliquary, sacrifice a creature to him to fetch a land. That's ramp and another way to put a creature in the bin. Night Howler can buff another creature and needs 2 removal spells to truly go away. Mortivore just gets huge and regenerates, annoying and deadly. Fiend Artisan is a powerhouse. Gets big and can tutor. From your deck, creatures straight onto the battlefield. Souls of the Lost fuels the grave and becomes a cheap, big beater. Boneyard Worm and Boneyard Microtrax are both massive and efficient. Kesik Cagebreakers and Izoni Thousand-Eyed go wide, not tall, and both give amazing value. And Brawn, leave it in the grave, and now all your huge threats have trample. Good luck blocking that. Old Stickfingers gives us a strong start, but let's back him up with some consistent mill. Nyx Weaver mills every turn and later recurs any card. Sato Wayfinder and Undead Butler are both great early turn plays. Sack the Butler to something later on and he becomes recursion. Deadbridge Chant is burst mill, recursion, and long-term value. Ripples of Undeath lets you mill, and you decide if you want to keep one of the milled cards. Shigeki Jukai Visionary does it all. Mills, ramps, and brings stuff back. Dreadhound and Sir Conrad the Grim don't just mill. They drain life when things die or get dumped. These are alternate win cons. Once the grave is full, let's bring back our biggest threats. Reanimate, Animate Dead, Persist, Life and Death. Cheap mana cheat codes. Dread Return works from your graveyard. Victimize brings back 2 for the price of 1. Rise of the Witch King forces your opponents to sacrifice, then you get a body back. Squirming Emergence is a cheap reanimator that scales. Genesis lets you bring stuff back to your hand, as long as they're in your graveyard. Eternal Witness, Timeless Witness, and Balaged Recovery round out the value loop. And Living Death gets a 1-card swing that flips everything on its head. Sack the board and welcome the undead. Next up, card advantage. A lot of it is tied to sacrificing creatures. Corrupted Conviction, Village Rites, and Deadly Dispute are cheap and efficient, great when a creature is about to die anyway. Disciple of Bolas and Disciple of Freyles are creatures that pay you back with cards based on the power of what you sacrifice. Life's Legacy and Momentous Fall are instant speed blowouts. Imagine casting this on a 2020 Stickfingers. Greater Good is the all-star here. Repeatable, instant speed, and nuts with any massive creature. Golgari has some great interaction options. Let's go for easy wins first. Abrupt Decay and Assassin's Trophy. Efficient and versatile. Beast Within and Tear Asunder deal with literally anything. Kalani Ambush and Bridgeworks Battle give your big creatures a fight outlet, and they double as lands. Aggro Morning and Fell the Profane do the same in black. For synergistic removal, Cankerbloom, Caustic Caterpillar, and Insidious Fungus deal with problem pieces and go to the grave when they're done. Overwhelming Remorse is often just 1 black mana to exile any creature. Most of our ramp is on a body. For synergy, Sakura Tribe Elder ramps and ends up in the grave. Perfect. Farhaven Elf and Wood Elves do the same. Deathbloom Ritualist is crazy ramp if your graveyard is full. Skull Prophet taps for mana or taps for mill. And just in case we mill all our bodies, we still run Rampant Growth, Cultivate, and Entish Restoration. Just a few key lands to tie it all together. Svalgthos Thorissus 2 becomes a creature based on your grave size. That's on theme. Crypt of Agdeem gives you black mana equal to the amount of black creatures in your graveyard. Dakmor Salvage dredges and helps with land drops. Memorial to Folly and Takanuma Abandoned Maya both bring creatures back. Old Stickfingers is one of the most flavorful, synergistic graveyard commanders in Golgari. He mills, he grows, and he gives you a reliable engine every time you cast him. Yes, a Bajuka Bog will f your day, but that's the risk you take when you party in the graveyard. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this deck tech, give it a like, subscribe for more spooky commander brews, and if you're picking up any of these cards, consider using my TCG Player affiliate link below. Until next time, may your graveyard always be full of creatures.